we're talking about retirement, as we closed last week. One day we're gonna retire. It doesn't matter what you have. Like I say again, the people that used to be. All right, someone just sharing me an example sometime during last week, of a secretary, meeting a former GM, at the clinic, right? The secretary used to work under that GM and used to call Oga, you couldn't call the name because of differences in position. Now they're both retired and he's just calling him his name, Jide, and if he was kind of feeling somehow, right? Yeah, the position is gone. It's just two human beings right now. And the respect you're going to get is the respect you hand. The respect you're going to get when that position is gone, when that power is gone, is the respect you hand. And you hand it when you had power. You hand it by the respect you gave to those who could not do anything for you, who could not favor you, who you had power over, of life and death over. The respect you gave to them is the investment you were making. And that's what you reap when that power is gone, when that position is gone, right? So you're going to retire. So whatever you do every day, you're invested. You're investing into connections. You're investing into the life of people. You're investing into the minds of people. People are either going to hold you a debt of return of goodwill or return of bad will, right? I was just sharing, I went to visit one of my boss over the weekend, and we're just sharing about coming back, to work locally 2016, and I came into a toxic place. That should not be a toxic place, a vicious, devilish, demonic working environment, where people just have to hurt people. I came back and I was supposed to be given some time to settle in, but someone feeling that he wanted to clip my wings because he wanted me to lick his butt, and I wasn't. Put me under unnecessary pressure, right? Just on the third day back in the office, back in the country, it's putting me on, or with some deliverables that didn't make sense, But where's that person today? They left the company, useless, powerless, right? Wherever you are, life, one thing that's constant about life is called change. It's called change. What you do with what you have today is what you will reap tomorrow. Every day of our life, we have things we can invest. What you do with it is what you're going to reap tomorrow. Again, the overriding quote we're using to run chapter 9 is, judge each day not by the harvest you reap, but by the seeds you plant. Don't judge it by you saying, I'm the boss, you are this, you are lower than me, you are not respecting me, you are washing my car, you are doing this, oh, you didn't call me that. That's harvest. You're harvesting your position. But your position is not permanent. One day you're going to leave that position, or the position will leave you. Would you still be a person of honor? Would you still be a person that will be revered? Will people still drift towards you? Would you still get the same phone calls you're getting right now? Will people appreciate your person when the position is gone? What determines that is the seed you sow today. What determines whether that will happen or not is whether you're sowing the right seed today or not. Is what you do today. Is whether you're using your position to open doors for people, to lift people up, to make positive changes in people's life, to reduce the burden of people, to break the yoke in people's life. Those are the investment. The Bible talks about how Jesus Christ was anointed with the Holy Ghost and power, and he went about doing good. He had power, he did good. Are you doing good with the power that you have? Are you doing good with the position that you have? Are you doing good with the privilege that you have? It's not going to be there forever. You might still have those privileges, but those people might not need it anymore. Years to come, they will grow themselves. They're not going to stay at that lowly state forever, right? There are people that I was on a panel employing 15 years ago. They're not big boys today. I'm no more big in their eyes. When they came into the company 15 years ago, I was big in their eyes. 15 years after, they are big themselves. Now, the respect they give to me is what I invested in their lives 15 years ago and in the 15 years duration. The respect I get is what I invested into their lives. One of my students that I taught in foundational class in church, came to see me when I got back in 2016, and he brought wine, came with his wife, just still appreciating the things I did for him. And he made mention that he himself has grown today. What I was to him is to other people today, right? He's not at that lowly place I met him, but he still respects me. Why? Because of what I invested into his life when he did not have anything. Now he has a lot of things. He doesn't need me. But you see, what I invested into his life cannot be erased away. That's the same thing that's expected of us in the workplace or wherever we find ourselves, in a church. It's what you invest in other people's life. Again, it's called the emotional bank account. What you invest in other people's life, that's what you're going to reap in years to come. Jesus Christ he was talking about mammon. He says that you should use earthly mammon to win friends unto yourself. Use earthly mammon to win friends unto yourself. Use your position, use your privilege to win friends unto yourself. Be a dog now. Be a burden lifter. Be a yoke breaker. Be a blessing. Be a blessing. That's within your control. Guess what? What is going to happen years to come is not within your control. But what you sow today will answer for you then. What you sow today will answer for you then. What you sow today will answer for you then. Right? So let's go on. Let's get into this slide here. This is our first slide for today. And it says, for many of us at a deeper emotional level, work is where we feel that we matter. Right? So for some people, work is where they feel that they matter, right? And for different reasons, right? Work shouldn't be the only place where you matter, but we'll spend a lot of time at work, right? But work might be a place where you matter because of your position, right? It could be because of the people you work with. It could be because of your boss. It could be because of the person you share an office with, right? To let's say it could be the place where we matter to our workmates. It could be that it could be a place where we matter to our customers, right? Like some of us handle contracts. So the companies feel indebted to you. They need you to move their business. So you matter to them because of what you can do or not do to them, right? So work could be a place where you matter because of the privileges that you can hand out, right? And also, it could also be a place we matter to our family because we do hand money, and that money, we're able to use that to help our family. So we matter to our family because we hand money, right? Because we're providing for them, right? So what could be that place, right? When that sense of mattering is gone, right? Which could be when you retire and you're not making the same kind of money you're making, right? We have to find new ways to matter to others, new ways to be part of something bigger than ourselves, right? And that could come in different ways, right? It could be because, again, like I said, I'm going to reiterate, we matter maybe because I have a position. That position can go, right? Um, it could be because I work, so I hand money, and people need that money, so I matter to them because I can make a difference to them economically. It could just be because the same people that I used to help have now grown. They don't need me anymore. I have several examples, right? People I used to help, right? They were in school. I paid school fees. and different things. But now they're finished. They're working. They're independent, right? They don't need me anymore. I don't necessarily matter the same way I used to matter years back, right? But the respect I get, whether I matter or not, is a function of what I sowed in their lives years past, right? But also when life changes, you know, a lot of some people still hold on to their past and they're not able to live in the present, right? You have to always live in the present. Don't be too tied to your past. You know, I had a clash with someone at work years ago, 2012, right? And because when he met me at a time he came into the country at about when I was working in the field, which was late 1990s, late 20 yeah, in 1990s, yes. Yeah, I was working in the field before 2000, you know, and yeah, I was younger, lower in position, naive. Yes. So it was a boss. But years after, this is more than 12 years after, he was still having that mindset of the person he knew 12 years before. No, in 12 years, I've grown. I'm a bigger person. I'm more independent person. I have a family. I have children. You know, I've made more money. I'm more confident in myself. But he was expecting the relationship he had more than 12 years before. He was stuck in the past. He was stuck in the past. He was stuck in the past because he did not have full control of himself. He was stuck in his past. His sense of self was in the past. It wasn't in the present. You have to be careful that you don't get stuck in the past. Things are changing around you, right? Yes, you have to grow yourself, but don't expect the same kind of subservience that you had years ago. Even that from my children also. All my children are young adults, right? I don't expect the same kind of subservience that used to be. I give them respect, much more respect today than I used to give to them because I expect more from them. I expect them to be grown adults. I expect them to make their own decisions. I don't force my decisions on them, right? And if I do, I'm going to lose respect because I have to respect the person they have grown to become. They have to respect the person they have grown to become. I don't expect them to always to be all oggy, smelling my body like they used to do. They're grown, they have their lives ahead of them. And I cannot treat them like babies because babies will not make it in the real world, right? It's adults that will make it in the real world, right? If I treat them like babies, then I'm not preparing them for the real world. I have to prepare them for the real world, right? I don't have to be in fear of losing them because what I get is what I invested in them. If I invested love in them, that's what I will reap. It's a natural law. If I invested love in them, if I cared for them and I respected them, I will get it back. Right? Same thing for every other person, right? So like this person was stuck in the past and was, well, I had to help him come to reality, help him come to the present. There's no more the 12-year-old person you're dealing with. You're dealing with the today's person. And I need my respect also, right? So things change, life changes. You need to also continue to, well, make the best use of every place you find yourself. You see, if we make the best use of every today in our life, we will not need to worry because what we sow in every today of our life will answer for us in the tomorrows of our life. If we sow the seed today in the todays of our life, our tomorrows of our life will answer for us. If all we do is looking for harvest, oh, you respect me, respect me, respect me, we're not going to have anything for tomorrow. We're going to depreciate. We're gonna get out of existence. We're going to lose relevance. You're going to lose relevance.